Okay, so it's time to take on Jungle Joyride Night. Now, in contrast to Arid Sands Night, this is actually really short. Technically, I think Arid Sands Night is meant to be your last night stage, which is why you need a 6 level ranking on the medals, whereas this only needs 5. But the difference in difficulty and length is astonishing. Obviously, Arid Sands Night takes at least a good 20 minutes, and this is like 12. Which is shocking, really. I mean, I do quite like Jungle Joyride Night. The music being intro Jungle Joyride Night and Jungle Joyride Night, as you would expect. But I mean, it's a beautiful level. I mean, just look at that sunset. And, killer bees. Specifically the red variety. AKA the single most irritating enemies in the entire game. Apart from the Titans. But I shall rant more about the Titans later on. When they return with a vengeance. Now, this is the main kind of gimmicky thing of Jungle Joyride Night is that you'll be crossing across, oh, blimey, these wooden walkways, and every now and again, certain ones of them will collapse after a while. It's certainly better than the tightrope platforms in Empire City, but yeah, anything that blocks me from getting back really does annoy me. It's not too bad here, because finding all of the medals and so on and so forth is surprisingly easy. But either way. Now, there isn't really a lot of information that I can divulge about Jungle Joyride Night. Because basically, I mean, the main thing is one of the missions and the daytime song, which I will be getting to when we actually do Jungle Joyride Day, which is also a pretty damn good level. It's wee bit difficult, but to do with its music, which is quite cool. Now, the other thing that you have here is a time limit to cross these platforms. So, slightly annoying. At least I think there's a time limit. Your best plan is kill everything first, and then... yeah, there's a time limit. And I don't know why I'm standing still. I think I was deciding, do I go for that medal or not? The answer is yes, to be a very good idea. Because to get into Jungle Joyride Day, you need to have a level 7 Sun Medal ranking. And to get that, you need to have 120 Sun Medals. Which is the main thing that people get annoyed about. That getting into Jungle Joyride Day is the point where people generally are just like, I need to go and collect medals now, this is annoying. But these things happen, I guess, so... Now, I'm not quite sure how to distinguish which of the platforms that disappear... Oh... I thought there was a moon medal there, but... screw that for the time being. We don't need any more moon medals, so... collecting them is not really required at this point anymore. Which is great. I'd say sort of... The one thing that I will say that you really need to do to get the most out of Unleashed is collect medals as you go along. If you try and basically clean out the night stages of all of their medals as you go play them the first time, for starters you're going to have to play through the night stages far less. But also it means that you get to complete the game quicker. You don't have to worry about replaying and replaying and replaying levels to get things. Which is what I think a lot of people have trouble with. I mean, obviously, it's easier if you have a guide, because they direct you to where you go. But even then, I mean, locating stuff in Unleashed is not that difficult. There aren't a ridiculous amount of pathways you can take. I mean, in the case of Savannah Citadel Day, and that one does seem to have a surprising amount of pathways to take, but which are difficult to locate, but that is the only level I can think of that does that. Also, yeah, don't get caught by the waterfalls. They will kill you, because they will push you into the water. And obviously Sonic can't swim, and sinks like a lead balloon. With one of the most hilarious death cries that I can remember. Because it's basically just like, "Ah!" He sounds... That was a bit hoarse. But it's rather hilarious. It's very over-the-top and melodramatic, and I have to say I like it because of that, because it's quite ridiculous. But yeah, we're actually already near the end of the level, which seems ridiculous, considering how long some of the other night stages have been. I think people would have been a lot more willing to accept the night levels if they were around this length. And I think that goes back to the problem with Sonic levels in general, is, well, earlier Sonic levels in general, specifically the ones that ended up lasting over 10 minutes long. It's just too long to be in a single level when one of the main focuses is speed. Also, clever little hiding place, you cheeky devils. So yeah, because it's the level length is the main problem that I have with Sonic Heroes. I mean, obviously it has problems with a lot more than just level length. But I'm sorry, but I do not want to be stuck in that is it Mystic Mansion level? Something like that. For 10 minutes, just going round and round in circles. It's just not fun. Also, I've just screwed myself out of another medal. Wonderful. I'm really not doing well on the moon medals in this level. Oh well. In the meantime, we have another Titan, who once again loves to spam his wonderful, wonderful shockwaves. Enemies with shockwaves are just the worst. Thankfully, the quick time event is reasonably easy to pull off. Although for some bizarre reason it will get more difficult. I will explain what I mean by that when we reach the point that I'm talking about, but oh, my frustration at a certain point in the game. Now, this is a slight anticlimax to the level, so we've just had that fight with the Titan, and pretty much all of the other night stages have ended with a fight. But Jungle Joyride Night is different in that respect, in that you have this puzzle which requires you to jump on buttons in order to make them so that they go from just sapling to beautiful flower. Which is an interesting puzzle. It's just kind of weird that they left it so late in the game to bring this in. I don't kind of get the logic. And the main thing is that if you press it in the wrong order, then it resets and stuff. So you've got to explore the area first to be able to get the true glory of the level. I want that sun medal, damn it! And I will go for it, because if I recall correctly, I only just get the level 7 total. It's pretty much this level that pushes me into that moment. And here we go. There's our last button. And now we can get to the Gaia Gate key. And that is the last night level of the game complete. Oh yes, S rank, booyah. I feel quite proud of myself now. I got a decent number of S ranks in Sonic Unleashed. Mainly on the night stages, which is not as impressive as getting an S rank in the day stage. Because you can fix it kind of by doing lots of critical attacks. But other than that, it's I'm quite happy with the overall quality, even though I did end up getting like a C and stuff. Now, here we have Mark Antonio, who has tracked down the ghosts again. So I think we're going to go and try and save the ghosts, because they've gone into the jungle. And apparently they're going to wind up dead. Again. So, as I did mention before when we found them the first time, the ghosts here are from Sonic the Night of the Werehog. Which is quite funny, really. Now this level, this mission I should say, may look simple, but it's actually slightly difficult, if only because of what's going to happen for us to be able to get to the second ghost. Pretty much these are the only missions that I am doing. That you've got loads of them that you can do. I mean, there's characters who have missions for kind of love, trials, and so on and so forth. There's a variety. There's all the exorcisms that you can do. So there's a lot of choice But I'm just doing this one just because I find it rather amusing, and also because the achievement that you get for completing these missions is I ain't afraid of no ghosts. And indeed, I ain't afraid of no ghosts. Although, as I have mentioned previously, my family does seem to have some connection with the supernatural. It might be nothing, but these things just kind of happen. Oh, shoo! There we go. Now this is rather evil, I have to say, because I mean, basically you don't have much time to get over to the platforms, and if you mess up, then you've got to do all the climbing again. Thankfully, if you go for this guy second, it's much easier. So, that is pretty much our last... well, it's the last Werehog mission that we're going to be doing. We only have the last daytime stage and then the final stretch of the game, and then we are actually going to be done with... well, apart from all of the optional missions. Well, when I say optional missions, I mean like the Act 2, 3s of the worlds, which I will be doing, but I won't be doing all of the side quest task things, because they are quite time consuming and not that interesting to watch. So, we have 125 Sun Medals, which is enough to get us through into the next stage, and we have 103 Moon Medals. So we are completely and utterly prepared to finish the game, essentially. You see, it's not that much of a hassle collecting the medals. I mean, it can be annoying if you don't do it as you play through the game, but that's why you do it as you play through the game rather than afterwards. Excellent. So let's hand over some more 100 missions. Yeah, that's why I'm not doing them, because there's a lot of them. So, that is everything we can do here for now. It's time to head on back over to Adabat to take on Jungle Joyride Day and restore another Chaos Emerald to its rightful glory. Let's go.